I'm going to present the project overview of Live eGYMER. The title of this project is Using Smart Traps and Pheromones to Control the Gypsy Moth, Eco-Friendly Controlling Practice. You will see here the code of the project, and this project constitutes of 6 partners: AIM+, AUA, Propodelt, UL, UDL, and UTH. The expected start date is September of 2021, and the expected end date is August 2024. University of Thessaly, with 37 departments and 8 schools, is a university with its own identity and with a prominent position in Greece's national educational system for 43,000 students. The Laboratory of Entomology and Agricultural Zoology Professors Athanasiou Group covers a broad range of research subjects related with entomology and in particular with the biology, ecology and management of insect pests at pre- and post-harvest stages of agricultural production. AIM+, the Plastic Technology Center, based in Valencia since 1990, is a private non-profit association. It generates new knowledge and technologies that are transferred to companies. AUA, the Agricultural University of Athens, is the third oldest university in Greece. Since 1920, contributes consistently and continuously to Greek and European primary sector development by conducting basic and applied research in agriculture-related sciences. Propodelt was born in 1995 with the objective of designing and carrying out programs for a reasonable, sensible pest control. Some strategies were developed and some methods were applied with very, very effective results. UL, University of Ljubljana, which currently integrates 23 facilities, has been the largest and highest quality Slovenian scientific and research organization. The UL is very active in international research and educational programs and projects, especially in the EUE framework programs, where it ranks among the top universities and research organizations. And UDL, the Universitat de Lleida, is a public university that deals with teaching, research, and transfer of technology in several sciences. Lymantria dispar, Lepidoptera erepiide, has one generation per year with 4 distinct life stages: egg masses or egg clusters, larva or caterpillar pupa, and adults. Females are larger, brightly colored than males, and do not fly even though they are winged. Full-grown larvae are hairy and have on the dorsum 2 rows of blue tubercles on the first 5 segments and 2 rows of red tubercles on the following 6 segments. Pupa are dark brown. You will find egg masses or egg clusters from October to March. From April to June, you will find the larval stage, June to July, the pupal stage, and during the summer, June, July, and August, you will find the adult stage. What do they prefer? Eaten by all life stages: oaks, aspen, willow, white and river birds, hazelnuts, alder and apple, and less preferred eaten by older larvae, yellow birds, sweet fern, elm, pin cherry, and pine. The gypsy moth is an indigenous species that infects oaks in Central and Southern Europe, Asia, and Africa. It constitutes a big environmental problem as it is a voracious eater that completely defoliates entire trees, causing health problems to humans and animals. Here you can see some nests and some photos with infestations by Lymantria dispar. Action A. is a preparatory action in the project. Action A1, it is a review of environmental and health problems, legislation, recycling technologies, recovery, standards, and market requirements in the EU. This action will include an update of the review of the state of the art, for example, current trap systems and their manufacturing standards and materials used. Second, main limitation of current technology. Third, current legislation at national and European level regarding pest control and fumigation practices. And the last one, gypsy mold distribution and biological behavior throughout the year. Action A 1.2 SWOT analysis. A situation analysis at EU level will be performed using the SWOT analysis technique to assess the strengths and weaknesses and identify both the opportunities and threats for key stakeholders. The action leader here is AUA. Action A2. The aim of this action is to define the most appropriate and representative areas in the EU in which Life eGYMER project will deploy and demonstrate the proposed system. The main parameters to be considered for this are the gypsy moth population and recent outbreaks, availability of the demo areas of the whole project duration, size and use of the demo areas, different climate conditions to allow more inclusive conclusions. The action leader here is UL. The action B is an implementation action. Action B1, design and optimization of trunk trap devices in 3 cycles. As you can see here, the action leader is AIM+, but all partners will participate in this action. Probodelt will support AIM+ in redesigning the trunk traps, in the production of the active biocidal bags and the development of the prototypes. UTH, UL, UDL, and AUA will perform trap deployments and trials in the field and report back results as well as guide through methodological improvements. Action B2, design and evaluation of a pheromone based on MD formulation in 3 cycles. As you can see here, the action leader is AUA. All partners will participate in this action. Pheromone traps will be produced by AIM+ and Probodel based on the latest redesigns. Some parts may be outsourced to specialized companies. Pheromone traps will be evaluated through different combinations of trunk design and Latin square designs. Pheromone gel application, the MD formulation, will also take place directly on trees, and the effectiveness of the MD system will be assessed by comparing the reduction of the number of captures and of the oviposition rate with the data obtained during the previous periods. UTH, UL, UDL, and AUA will perform trap deployments and trials in the field and report back results as well as guide through methodological improvements. The action B3, design and configuration of e-traps and data transmission network into cycle. The action leader here is UT8. So we will design an electronic prototype trap. These traps will be installed in predefined areas at trial sites in 3 EU countries. The various components, cameras, software, communication nodes, and energy supply equipment for the operation of the e-trap will be assembled by UTH based on know-how acquired from similar deployments in smart agriculture projects. UTH will lead the e-trap development and software requirements for the data transmission and projection. UTH will develop the software and supply and requirements for data transmission from the e-traps. AIM+ and Probodelt will support in producing the upgraded trap prototypes. All partners will collaborate in providing redesigning specifications based on the experience. Action B4. Demonstration of proposed techniques in 3 cycles under real-world conditions to stakeholders. The action leader here is UT8. Demonstration will take place in the selected areas as described in the action A2. The proposed system will be evaluated during winter-spring seasons for larva trapping and summer season for molds. The methodology will be the same as described in the sub-action B1.4. From the second year onwards, the electronic traps will be deployed and connected to the UT8's backend to allow continuous monitoring of male capture and effectively interventions results, avoiding extra visits and cost. Spatiotemporal maps and population dynamics modeling will be compared with the electronic trap data in order to confirm the long-term applicability of the proposed system and wide area control strategies with the use of pheromones. So, we will do actually the monitoring, the integrated systems efficacy in controlling Lymantria dispar in Greece, Slovenia, and Spain. And the last sub-action B4.4, best practices in EU countries and policy recommendations will be developed. Action 5, Operational Actions and Capitalization. In line with the LIFE program, LIFE eGYMER project aims to capitalize and achieve long-term results by facilitating the identification, organization, and enhancement of the experiences, know-how, and operational results of the project and transfer the acquired knowledge towards all key stakeholders. The capitalization plan will be based on the below steps: definition of objectives and methodology, knowledge organization, knowledge transfer, and synergies. The action leader here is UL, but all partners performing trials will participate in this action by sharing the necessary insights and information. Action B6, Replicability and Transferability Strategy. The purpose of this action is to create a solid replicability and transferability strategy for LIFE eGYMER project with the objective to transfer technical knowledge, know-how, best practices, technologies produced, problems encountered, and lessons learned during and after the end of the project, and allow their further applicability in other regions in EU. It will be based on the following activities: demonstration activities, interventions, policy reforms, dissemination and training, market products. The action leader here is AUA, but all beneficiaries will participate in this action by sharing the necessary insights and information. Action B7, Business Exploitation Plan. A business exploitation plan will be provided by Probodelt. The action leader here is Probodelt. The action will be mainly led by Probodelt, but information and expertise contribution from all partners will be required. Action C1, conducting a detailed cost-benefit analysis, socioeconomic impact evaluation, and feasibility study. The action leader here is AUA. The data related with each life cycle process required for the development of the studies will be supplied by the partner in charge of such a process within the consortium. AIMPLAS will be responsible for conducting a detailed life cycle assessment. AUA will perform a cost-benefit analysis, a socioeconomic impact evaluation, and a feasibility study. Action C2, monitoring of the impact of the project. Probodelt will carry out the indicators table update, while the other project beneficiaries have to collaborate reporting the information about their actions indicators for monitoring purposes. It also be in charge of identifying and communicating potential deviations to the project consortium. All project partners will be responsible for planning and applying contingency measures if deviations occur with respect to the expected project impacts. Action D, dissemination, planning, and execution. The action leader here is UTH. UTH will be responsible for carrying out sub-action D1.1, networking with other projects. Networking activities are necessary to ensure an efficient transfer of know-how and expertise between projects with similar objectives. These activities will also help to foster dissemination of project objectives, activities, and results in other contexts. UTAs will be also responsible for carrying out sub-action D1.2, dissemination planning development of the dissemination pack. All other beneficiaries will aid UTH in designing as well as revising the dissemination and communication plan, developing informative material, and contributing in carrying out at least one national conference, fair, event presenting in the proposed project. As a summary, the following events are planned. One national workshop in Spain organized by Bropodelt, one national workshop in Greece organized by AUA, one national workshop in Greece organized by UTH, one national workshop in Slovenia organized by UL, one European event organized by UTH, two online European events organized by UTH, and one final conference in Greece organized by UTH. Action E1, Project Management. The action leader is UTH. Beneficiaries, other than the coordinator, have allocated management personnel costs only in relation to the reporting and justification tasks along with meeting attendance. Also, individual beneficiaries will be hosting the official meetings and will allocate their meeting costs under this action. A kickoff meeting at month 1 hosted by UTH. Month 6 hosted by AIM+. Month 12 hosted by UTL. Month 18 hosted by UL. Month 24 hosted by Probodelt, month 30 hosted by AUA, and the final meeting at month 36 hosted by UTH. Action E2 Afterlife Plan. The action leader is UTH. UTH is officially responsible for this document. Active participation of the management board is required, represented by all partners. All partners will be involved in dissemination and communication activities. Here you can see the Gantt of Life eGYMER project. The expected start date is September 2021 and the expected end date is August 2024. You can find the Life eGYMER project in social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and in our website eGYMER.eu. This is Paraskelia Grafiotti, and thank you for your attention.